Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Nick from Australia, and welcome to the Corner Post Podcast, episode number 4. Hope you guys are all doing well on this Wednesday night. It is September 28, 2023, 7:31 p.m. And as always, we're here for the podcast, and we got Codys Footy World here with the stupid mask, whatever you want to call it. How are you, Cody?
Yeah, I'm doing well, Nick. Thank you. I can tell that you're very sick, but it's going to be an amazing podcast once again.
Yeah, just so everyone knows and understands, I do have the bug. I am off color. I'm not 100% at all. I am quite sick. I've been in bed pretty much all day. Just trying to keep up on the bloody fluids, drinking heaps of water. I've had some bloody Sudafed and whatnot, Panamax. So, you know, I think I'm improving a little bit, but from 3 a.m. to fucking 11 a.m. last night, wasn't fun, I'll tell you that much. But the show goes on, even though I don't sound the greatest, but the podcast goes on. We try to get on with it around here. But as you can tell, your voice ain't all there. Hello to the chat. Hello to Jason Reader. Hello to SS Stormfan. Hello to William Pearson, the Viking Axe. Hello to everyone that's tuning in. I hope you guys are all doing good. This is episode 4 of the Corner Post podcast. And, not the circumstances I would have liked to be under tonight. Obviously not well, but should be fine. Should be fine. Anyway, we got plenty to talk about tonight, Cody. We might as well get straight into the show, and we're going to start off with some breaking news that came out this afternoon that isn't that surprising, but it's actually happened. Brad FITTLER has quit as head coach, as the New South Wales Origin coach. Cody, what are your thoughts on this? Are you surprised?
No, I'm honestly not surprised at all that FITTLER has quit his job of being the New South Wales coach. Honestly, I think it's a good idea, and I think everyone that supports the Blues knows this, and we're all sick of him because of all the choices, blah, blah, blah. And also that Greg Alexandria as well has been stood down as assistant coach as well. But
Yeah.
I think it's an excellent decision that he's been stood down in the future. But at this stage, we still don't know who will be the next coach for the New South Wales Blues.
Yeah, there's plenty of names getting thrown around already by the media. They're already having a bit of a guess on who the new coach is going to be. I guess some of the names that are getting thrown out there, you've got Ricky Stewart, Craig Bellamy, Laurie Daly, Ivan Cleary's name's been thrown in the mix. Jeff Tuvey, bloody, who else has been thrown out there? There's been a lot of names getting thrown around. Lenny Badiris, John Morris. There's a lot of names getting thrown out there at the moment, Cody. I know it's hard for us to really say right now, but who do you think should be the next coach for New South Wales?
Yeah, I can't really say who would be the next coach, but if I had to guess, probably Jeff Tuvey could return to the Blues possibly, or even Craig Bellamy. But whoever it is, hopefully it will be a lot better than FITTLER.
Yeah. See, for me, I think the next coach needs to be someone that isn't afraid to make the big decisions. And look, don't get me wrong, Brad FITTLER did some great things for New South Wales, but his time was coming to an end. He was coming to the end. You can see with some of his selection choices in this series. I know there was a few injuries, but New South Wales still had a good enough team to beat Queensland. It just didn't happen. So for me, the next man in line for the New South Wales Origin head coach, I would go Ricky Stewart.
Yep, not too surprised. I mean, he's never done Origin before, but
Yeah, he has.
coached
Yeah, he has.
Origin before. He
Yeah, he
has.
has. Yeah, years ago. He has. See, I think Ricky Stewart coming back to the State of Origin arena would be great for the game. I think he's been there, done it before. He knows the system. He's very experienced, and I think Ricky Stewart would be the best man for the job. Craig Bellamy won't do it. There's some talk of it, but I reckon Ricky Stewart's the best man for the job.
Yeah, that's a fair call. And yeah, Bellamy, I think he's past his prime with coaching. I think he'll just focus on the Storm.
Oh, that's a big call.
Yeah, I don't know, but we'll wait and see.
I'd be going with Ricky Stewart. I think he's the next best person thereabouts. I wouldn't mind, Jeff Tuvey either. I wouldn't mind Denny Baderius. Wouldn't mind any of these guys. But I think New South Wales are going to go somewhere completely outside the box. And I think Ricky Stewart would be the best man to do it. I reckon they should give it to Ricky Stewart.
Yeah, give him a chance to see how he goes in the Origin arena.
Yeah, bring it back. Anyway, just quickly on Brad Fittler, would you say his coaching at New South Wales was a success, a decent, or would you say it was a fail?
I wouldn't necessarily call it a fail. I mean, ever since he came to the Blues many years ago, he won back-to-back series in 2018, 2019, and one in 2021. And that's only this year was probably the worst year he had, with like all the amount of players that were playing for Origin, questionable ones to say the least. But I think overall, I think he's done a decent job as coach of the Blues.
I think 2020 was probably the one that really shipped me off. That was the unlosable series. But yeah, look, I mean, he was 3-3. He had a decent record, 50-50, but when you lose 2 in a row, it's very hard to keep your job. So I think Brad Fittler will be fine. He'll go back to Channel 9 and work there full time. So very interesting decision from the Blues there to move on, Freddie. Now let's move on to last night's drama, and we did the review to it last night. Was Shaun Johnson robbed of the Dally M? We won't spend too long on this, Cody, because we spoke about this last night in the live review and whatnot. You were there, I was there. We had Warriors and AML Fanatics on at one point as well. It was losing it. But having almost 24 hours to think about it, do you still believe he was robbed?
Yeah, I think it was so close. But yeah, I think Johnson should have won it. But yeah, I think he was still robbed of the Dally M.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think the way the Dally M system is in place, it's terrible. You've got players not getting points in games where they have 1 or 2 try assists. The whole system's broken, and we spoke about it last night on the review. It's a terrible system. It needs to be reviewed again. They need to work out how the points should work. Shaun Johnson not getting a point in that second last round against the Dragons, it's an absolute outrage. And giving Ponga, 5 points, 6 points in the last round is just, it seemed like it was set up for Kalen to win. So, yeah, the point was, the whole system's broken, bro. They need to fix the Dally M system up badly because everyone's upset about it. The Dally M system is an absolute disgrace. And there were a few players last night that also won awards that they shouldn't have, like Fafita. Fafita shouldn't have been back row of the year. You're telling me Fafita had a better year than Hamoli Olakawatu or Brit Nakora? I just don't believe that. I don't care about, we'll just go off stats, blah, blah, blah. We all know Hamoli and Nicola were both better than Fafita this year. You can't tell me Harry Grant was better than Wade Egan this year. No way in the world. Harry Grant hasn't been the same since Origin. And we saw that. His form was very shaky. He was put on the bench a few times there at the back end of the year and come on, and he's looked very tired. So there were a few bad calls last night, but nothing worse than what happened to Shaun Johnson, man. He was absolutely robbed.
Yeah, 100% agree. I mean, after the season he put in for this year and got the Warriors back on the radar from second last, 15th last year, all the way to fourth place and to a preliminary final um, exit. But good on the Warriors for this year. I mean, Johnson, well deserved. He should have won it.
100%. Now let's move on to the West Tigers. Now, we learned about this news yesterday. The West Tigers will play 10 of its 12 home games at its 2 traditional home grounds next season. So they'll play 5 games at Leichhardt, and they'll play 5 games at Campbelltown, and they'll play 1 at Magic Round, and the other one we're not too sure on just yet. But, Cody, do you think this is a good decision from the West Tigers?
Yes, yes. I mean, for the many seasons they've had, for the last couple of seasons, they've played some of their games over at a core at Combank, which it's not really right, not settled for the Tigers supporters, and they really hate it. I mean, they should be playing more at their traditional home grounds. I mean, because that's where Balmain and Western Suburbs play their games before they merged to form the West Tigers. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a great decision for the Tigers to do this, but should have done that a long time ago.
no, you're right. You're absolutely right about this. Now, Leichhardt Oval, I almost guarantee you they will have the Tigers and the Cowboys play there. After what happened last year where they beat us by 60. So I'm almost guaranteed that Tigers and Cowboys will be at Leichhardt next year. I might have to attend that, get down there for that game. But in all seriousness, this is a great move from the Tigers. It's a great move from the NRL as well. And we also now know that the West Tigers will play Magic Round, which is also very interesting as well. West Tigers will be the home team for their Magic Round game. And obviously, we don't know who they're going to play Magic Round yet, but they're going to be the home side, the West Tigers. So very interesting. 5 games at Leichhardt, 5 games at Campbelltown, 1 for Magic Round. Very smart move from the West Tigers.
Yeah, good on them.
Great decision.
Great decision.
Absolutely it is. Now, let's get into this. Over the weekend, we saw one of the worst forward passes in NRL / rugby league history. Oh my God. I was at the game too. I couldn't believe it. Broncos Warriors on the weekend in the prelim final up at Suncorp. 52,000 people, man. Reece Walsh throws one of the worst forward passes of all time. The question is, Cody, we've been talking about this for a couple of years now, and they might need to give it a trial in the off-season, maybe in the pre-season challenge. Should we add in forward pass technology? What's your take on this?
Yeah, 100% agree we should. It should have been implemented many years ago, even a decade ago. But we've seen so many forward passes that are forward and the refs do not catch it is beyond me. And what we saw on Saturday from the Broncos Warriors game, even though it didn't really affect the game at all, we should have it right now.
Yeah. Yeah, look, it's a weird one for me because we've already got enough technology in the game, bro. We've got heaps. Got the bunker. You got the captain's challenge. You got six again. We've already got so much. If you add in forward pass technology, you're going to be adding a bit more controversy to the whole thing. For me, Cody, I think the ones that are blatantly forward, like we saw on the weekend from Reece Walsh and Mitchell Moses last year in the final series against the Cowboys, them blatant forward passes, the bunker should be allowed to come in and go, okay, you've missed a 10-meter forward pass. So go back to the previous play and have it as a handover. I think they need to at least trial it, bro. They need to at least give it some sort of preseason training. I'm not saying bring it into the game. I'm probably against it coming into the game on a weekly basis, but I feel like the bunker should be allowed to step in if the pass is that blatantly forward.
Yeah, in some way they should. But yeah, give it a trial. Like, yeah, in the next year's trials, or possibly even give it a go in the Pacific Championships. That's happening in a couple of weeks.
In the Pacific Championship?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't want it in that, to be fair.
I mean, yeah, that's fair, but they've got to give it a trial at some point. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been wanting for this for years, and still hasn't happened.
It's a very touchy subject too, because some will go, "Yep, do it now," and some will go, "Nah." So it's a weird one. It's a weird one. I don't know, bro. If you add it in, it could cause dramas. It could, but anyway, we'll move on from that, and we'll go on to this one now. And shit, apologies. Jason Taylor, former Rabbitohs head coach, West Tigers head coach. I think he was the Roosters assistant coach at one point as well. Jason Taylor, he is joining the Bulldogs as an assistant coach next season. He'll be heading down to Belmore, and he'll be an assistant coach under Cameron Ciraldo. Do you like this decision, Cody, from the Bulldogs to appoint Jason Taylor as the assistant coach?
Well, I haven't really heard much about this one, to be honest, but yeah, I think it's a good thing for the Dogs to have a well experienced coach that's coached many clubs and show some of the experience while he's training with the squad while he's training with the squad as well and all that stuff.
Yeah. See, I feel like Jason Taylor, he's been around the game for a very long time. He knows his craft. He knows how the game works inside and out. And I think his experience and his leadership under Cameron Ciraldo, who had a really difficult year at Canterbury, I think it'd be great for him. I think it'd be good for Ciraldo. I think it'd be good for the Bulldogs. And Jason Taylor is, he's a very experienced coach for mine. So I like the decision, Cody.
Yep, 100% agree. I mean, we'll see how it goes in the off season as well. See if there's no dramas or whatnot, and if it goes well, maybe it could improve the Bulldogs as well, in a way.
I mean, it's possible. The Bulldogs have bought a heap of players for next year, and they're going to have a lot of brand new combinations. So you would definitely think that with all the new combinations and with Taylor's experience around there, it's going to be a good thing for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it should.
100% it should. All right, let's move on to this one now. Adam G has been appointed the referee for the grand final. What do you think about this one, bro? Adam G, very well respected match official. he'll be refereeing the NRL Grand Final. Do you like the decision, or would you have gone someone else?
Yeah, this one was really interesting to see which ref was going to be doing the grand final on Sunday. But no, good on Adam G. Has he done any other grand finals in the last couple of years or not?
I don't think so.
Well, if this is his first, congratulations. I mean, it is a hard decision for any referee to get the officiate the NRL Grand Final on the biggest stage of the year. But no, good on him. He's an amazing ref. Doesn't cause that much of not that much wrong play on the field compared to other refs.
See, I'm just not convinced by this decision. They dropped Ashley Klein after that bad call in the Melbourne Roosters game. He got to remember, he also refereed State of Origin, Ashley Klein. And then I thought to myself, well, right, well, if Klein's not going to be able to do it, you got to give it to Jared Sutton. Now, the reason why Jared Sutton's not refereeing is because he missed that bad forward pass on the weekend from Reece Walsh. Now, that wasn't really Sutton's fault. That was the touch judges that were right there, and they didn't even see it. So, Adam G's been given the duties, and it's a massive call from the NRL officials, bro, Graham Annesley and whatnot. It's a massive call to appoint Adam G the referee. There'll be a lot of pressure on him. I think I read something about he's got a phenomenal record refereeing Penrith games, so that doesn't fucking sound good for Broncos supporters. But yeah, Adam G appointed the referee to ref the grand final. I would have went Sutton personally because he's been there and done it. He lets the game flow a bit. He's got a lot of experience. Look, it's just my opinion anyway. I would have went Sutton.
Yeah, that's fair as well. But any ref can do it, but as long as they can handle the pressure, like you said. But it's a big ask from the NRL to have Adam G as the ref for this grand final.
100%. All right. Now let's get into some previews for the weekend. We'll start with the NRLW Grand Final now. We weren't going to cover this, but I thought, why not? We'll get into it. So, Sunday, I'll tell you what time in a minute because I have no idea what time this game is even kicking off.
3:55, 4 o'clock.
Oh, you're right, yeah. Sunday at 3:55 from McCaw Stadium. We've got the Newcastle Knights up against the Gold Coast Titans in the NRLW Grand Final. The Knights are the favourites, looking to go back-to-back. They are $1.50 favourites, and the Gold Coast are $2.60 outsiders. Now, on the ladder, Newcastle finished first, and the Gold Coast finished third. And yeah, Newcastle, very good side. Who do you think wins this on Sunday, Cody? NRLW Grand Final, Knights or the Titans?
Well, unless they can get some success for the first time in their area, I think Newcastle will go back-to-back 1-12.
1-12? Well, I mean, you had to make it Upton win the girls' Dally M last night. You had Jess Southwell, who won. Oh, no, she didn't win anything last night, surprisingly. Then you had Clydesdale, I think. She won back row of the year. Excuse me. This is what happens when you have the bug. Gold Coast have had a really good season in the NRLW. I've done very well. My tip, I think Newcastle go back-to-back, Cody, and I think Newcastle win and win well. I think they'll be far too good for the Titans here. I'll go Newcastle 28 points to 6.
That's a massive call, that one.
That'd be too good.
Yeah, I'm going the Knights by 10, 20 points to 10.
Yeah. Do you have a tip for first try scorer, bro? I'm just having a look at the team list here. I'm just trying to work out who to back for first try scorer.
I'll go to Mika Upton
Oh,
to
yeah,
get
the
the first
fullback.
try.
I'll go. I'll go Jesse Southwell first try.
Fair enough.
Knights to win. All right. Now let's get to the state championship game. This will be good. I love watching the state championship game every year, Cody. I think it's outstanding. South Sydney versus the Brisbane Tigers. I'm just trying to find the odds here, so bear with me. This is going to be a really close game, bro. I'm telling you now. Here we go. Oh, South's are short favourites. South Sydney $1.22, $1.20 favourites. Brisbane Tigers at $4.10. Huge odds for the
That's
Brisbane
huge.
Tigers. I know you're a Rabbits fan, and I'm sure you'll be tipping Souths in this one.
No doubt. Rabbits 13 plus.
You reckon it'll be 13 plus?
Yep, 14 points.
Well, you got a score?
Go 22-8.
Yeah, okay. Not bad. Yeah, so it's obviously the Rabbitohs New South Wales Cup team against the Brisbane Tigers, which is actually the Melbourne Storm's feeder club in Queensland Cup. So Souths against the Brizzy Tigers. This is going to be a good game. I do think it'll be close. I'm going to go with the Rabbitohs as well. I'll go South Sydney by 12. I'll go 30 points to 18. First try scorer. Got to go with Tyrone Munro on the wing.
Yeah, Tyrone Munro to get the first try as well.
Blake Taft will score a try at some point as well, I reckon.
Yep.
But yeah, Souths to win that against the Brisbane Tigers, sorry. All right, Cody, let's get into the Corner Post game show.
Yep, let's get into it.
All right. You can ask me the questions first this week if you like. I better
Yep.
turn my phone off and chuck it over there so I can't see it. Rightio. The floor is yours.
All right. No particular order. All right. First question is, which team has appeared in the most NRL grand finals from 1998 to now?
Okay. So you can't count Melbourne's because when they cheated. Penrith have been in a few. So the Roosters. Fuck. I'll go with the Roosters.
Well, Melbourne has appeared in the most grand finals. It's not about the how much premierships they've won, but Roosters, you were close. Melbourne's the correct answer.
Be fucked.
Or bonus question, if you get this, how many grand finals have Melbourne appeared in? Counting the strip ones.
7.
Wrong. 10.
Oh, what? Fuck. All right. Well, I'm 0 for 1. Should start. Righto.
All right. Another grand final one. Which two teams from 1998 onwards have won the most grand finals? There's two teams.
Won the most since 1998.
Yes. And there's two of them.
It's got to be Melbourne.
Melbourne is one of them. And who's the other?
It's either Roosters or Panthers. I know that. Penrith.
Incorrect. It's the Roosters.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
Both
Oh
with
for
4.
2. This is
I'll
not
give you
good.
half a point for Melbourne.
Nah, it's all right. 0 for 2.
All right. In 1998, the NRL season was formed. Who was the Clive Churchill medalist of 1998?
That was the
And
Broncos.
it was a Broncos player.
It was the Broncos Bulldogs grand final. The Broncos killed him. I remember the game. I'm gonna say it was Kevin Walters.
No, he was in that grand final. It went to Gordon Tallis.
Oh my god, what is going on here?
I gave you some
Ah,
tough ones this time.
0 for 3. This is the worst ever.
All right, next question. How many times has the Clive Churchill medalist came from a losing team? So that means the
Ah,
losing team, the players have won the Clive Churchill medal from the losing team. How many times has this happened since 1998? And I said players, so it's not one. That's your only clue.
2013 was Cherry Evans. 2018 was Whiteson. I'll say 2.
You are correct. 2013 was correct, Cherry Evans. You were wrong with Whiten. It was 2019 he got it, not
Oh
2018.
yeah, close enough.
You're finally on
One
the
for
board.
1 for 4. One more question.
All right, final question. This is from 1998 onwards. Which former NRL player has played in the most NRL grand finals? Tip, they have played in the strip ones as well.
So they played the most NRL grand finals of the NRL era.
Yes.
It's got to be Cam Smith.
Cameron Smith,
Got to be.
you are incorrect. It's actually
Oh,
Cooper
crock.
Cronk.
Fuck.
He's played in 9 NRL grand finals, 7 with Melbourne, 9 with the Roosters. I thought 2
Oh,
with the
that's bad.
Roosters, and 8. Smith has played in 8 of them. It would have been a tie if Cameron Smith played in 2008 when he was suspended.
1 for 5. That is the worst of all time. That is the
Other
worst
than
of
the
all time.
first question, which was a bit controversial, but the worst you've done so far.
Yeah, well, you need to get 2 right to win. So,
Yep, that is correct, and
no pressure.
I haven't had that much success yet.
Well, let's see how you go. Right. First question. In round 2 of the NRL from this year, the Dolphins beat the Raiders 20 points to 14. A outside back from the Dolphins scored a double. Who was it?
Outside back. It's got to be the Hammer.
Yep. Yep. Easy start.
It was either him or Jermaine Osako.
Yep. 1 for 1. Need one more to win. Need one more to win.
One more.
Shit. Righto. Next question. In round 6, it was Knights and Warriors. Knights won the game 34-24. A Warriors player scored 2 tries in that game. They were an outside back. Who was it?
I don't want to sound obvious, but was it DWZ?
Nah, Adam Pompey. 1 for 2. Not bad, not bad. Righto. Next one. In round 7 of the NRL, the Eels smashed the Bulldogs 30 points to 4. Who scored the first try in that game? And it was an Eels outside back. Who scored the first try?
Was it Steve-O?
Nah, Penasini.
Yeah. 2 wrong.
Pressure's on. 1 for 3. Righto. Here we go. Round 9. In round 9 in the NRL, the Sharks beat the Cowboys 44-6 in Cronulla. One of the Sharks centres scored the first try of the game. Was it Talakai or was it Ramian? Who scored the first try in that game?
Was it Talakai?
Yep,
Jason Ramey.
it was. Talakai is correct.
Oh, I got it correct. I thought I got it wrong.
You got Talakai.
That means I've won, finally.
Last question. Unbelievable. Right. In round 10 at Magic Round, the Broncos flogged Manly 32 points to 6. Which Broncos outside back got a hat trick?
Got a hat trick. That's tough.
Was it Staggs, Cobbo, or Walsh?
Was it Tony Staggs?
Nah, Cobbo.
Damn it.
Well, you won the game.
Oh. Not very good from both of us, but finally got one over, yeah.
It took you four shows to win, but you finally beaten me.
Now it's 3-1.
You're finally beaten me. All right, let's get into the grand final preview before we wrap things up here tonight. Grand final preview. Sunday night, 7:30 p.m. from Accor Stadium. It is the 2023 grand final. The Penrith Panthers and the Brisbane Broncos. Penrith are favourites at $1.65. Brisbane at $2.25. Both teams are 1 through to 7A. No injuries expected. Both are expected to play. Should be a great grand final. It's going to be a very hot day as well. Who wins the grand final, Cody? Who you got?
Yeah, like you said, it's going to be a very hot and sweltering day down there at Accor. But for your 2023 NRL premiers are going to be the Broncos, 18-14 as a scoreline.
Wow. What about first try scorer?
And first try scorer, I'm going to go Kurt Capewell.
Wow.
And your Clive Churchill medalist from the Broncos is going to be Reece Walsh.
I like it. Good prediction. It could happen. I'm going to go the Broncos by 6, 20 points to 14. First try scorer, I'm going to go with Jordan Ricky. Anytime try scorer, I'll go Stephen Crichton. And Clive Churchill medalist, I'm going to go with Patrick Carrigan.
Excellent.
Broncos will beat the Panthers in the grand final.
And Penrith will not do a three-peat. Hell no.
If they do a three-peat, they do a three-peat. But I'm going the Bronx.
Yeah. We riot if they do a three-peat.
All right, Cody. Well, that wraps up the podcast, bro. As you can tell, I'm not 100%, so I might go back to bed. But thank you very much for a good show, bro. It's been a lot of fun.
Yep, no worries, Nick. Hope you'll get all better. And we've got a great grand final day on Sunday. And good luck to all the teams that participate in their respective games.
Absolutely. Well, thank you to the chat. Thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, take care.
Panthers suck.